Now, if I am correct, now, if I'm correct, I should hopefully be... What? It is live. I am correct. Alright, so I'm trying to animate this, and I think I might duplicate this whole thing into my Vine thing. Want some hand sanitizer, my good folks? Hello. I have top and bottom braces, so if my talking sounds mumbled or weird, then please excuse it. And my Wi-Fi sucks, so... By the way, I have my laptop right next to me to make sure that the stream is working just fine. So if you hear any echoing, that is the main cause, and my Wi-Fi sucks, so just thought I'd make that clear. So, some hand sanitizer, my folks. I'm sorry if I stay silent because I am trying to focus. I could actually get away with non-lines because, well, it's black. Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. This is a no uwu zone. If you want to uwu, you may leave. Go to Fur Affinity if you're up for that. I can get away with online because, well, black. So, want some hand sanitizer? Want some hand sanitizer? I actually voice out loud just to make sure my lip movements are syncing. I actually used to use a more complex set of mouths, but now I just freely draw them. That or try to make them similar. I swear my taps on this glass are louder than my actual voice because I'm tired. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys actually can, like, speak out because I am very quiet. I'm quiet but loud. My lip syncing is basically the odd ones outs, but then I basically reformatted it to my own. Because I actually got most of my inspiration from him. If you did not believe that. Background. So, let's just choose a random song. I have very bad song choices, so please. Let's just choose a random song. I have very bad song choices, so. Alright, so choose a random song. let me do this. So choose your own mouth. I normally choose 10 to 11 pixels. You may choose bigger. Let me grab my normal mouth. So if they're happy, you can do this, but if they're neutral, you can do this. Or if they're sad, you can do this. It depends on the curvature. So this is just mouthing school before lip syncing. You need to choose the tone of your mouths. So you can either do happy, neutral, sad,
It depends on the color.
angry.
So this is just visual before.
Anyways, let's just choose neutral, since actually you can choose it based on what your character is doing or based on the audio. So for this, I'm just going to choose neutral. So it all depends on the decibels or the sounds. So he's saying so try and draw it a little bit exaggerated from personal preference. And then you want to try and, based on the frames, try and get it a little bit, try and sync it like lip sync says, and start closing it up. And if you really want to, you can deform the mouth so you can copy it. And then you could start deforming it, which will save you a lot of time. But unless you want to look very professional, you can. See? That looks smooth. I'll play it again. This actually works on lower FPS, but of course, since I did it at 24, it'll look a lot different from 18, so. See? Actually, 18 looks pretty good. Really good. Anyways, that's an explanation. Even at 12. It all depends on your FPS, basically from the beginning. Now, of course, this is kind of slowed down, so it doesn't sync. But with a few in-betweens here and there, there's nothing it can't fix. So let me switch this back to 24 FPS. Now, I'm going to go silent and make him try and pick up on what I'm doing from that first time. Oh, and if they're doing or, you know, where they need to put their lips behind their teeth, look very closely. For me, I put 2 lines and a bump. And then I try to overlap that bump with another bump, which makes that. So that way it doesn't look like you're chewing on a butt. I do 3. So that works. And then with my deformity trick, so if you accidentally do the wrong one, you could always just add empty frames or copy them and delete them out as if you're doing layers. So you can do this, put the tongue behind the mouth. What I like to do, this, and then it just looks like they're trying to say, ugh, but very weirdly. So I just squish it. So this. So this. So I do this to show their teeth and kind of the curvature you see. Kind of inspired by Jaden, but no, I'm just trying to put my twist on it. So this. Now for R's and O's, I try to either do this or you can do this, or you can do this, just a straight mouth to this. But I personally prefer this in between if you're doing it fast. If you're either doing it slowly, or very fast, but you want to still show some transition. Also, it is okay to be delayed. It is very okay to just delay because your viewers will probably not notice it. So let's take a look at it. I always do quick checks to make sure it flows.
This first song.
See? It looks good. So, you can continue. If it doesn't look to your liking, you can always change it. It's very easy, and it's always going to be a simple fix. So if it sounds like an A or an O, but it's like an ah, then do an open mouth, because imagine you're opening your mouth for the doctor, and she says, say ah. That's what you'd do. You'd say ah. Draw your mouths as much time as you need to. As many times as you need to, because you just need to be on point with your mouths so that way it looks the best. As animation goes, you have to be patient with your art. Of course, I'm not. If you want, Lewis. Again, deformity tactic. So, doing this.
This first song. This first song.
Also, you can replace the tongue thingy with the teeth. It really doesn't matter. I just prefer the tongue because, well, when you do an N, your teeth are normally in front of your tongue a lot of the time. Alright, that looks very epic, Lewis.
This first song is called. This first song.
Now we have our second line done. Keep in mind that sync is probably the most time-consuming thing of animation. Now, if you want, you can really just animate the whole thing, but without the lips. But I build the whole thing as I go along, so that way I do not have to go back on it. It's good for me, but it's really not recommended. Though, it's just a tactic.
This first song. This first song is called A World. This first song.
I'll actually post this on YouTube.
Song.
Let me put this in the middle. Put this in the middle. Now for S's, you definitely need to do this unless it's one of those hard S's where you actually do need to put your tongue behind your teeth. Now, if your mouth looks bad and you want to cover it up, you could always just stretch it. So if you're doing like a k sound, like a K, your tongue will normally be back here. And I've never actually done this, but just for the sake of it, I'll just squish it.
It's called It's called A World.
So let's take a look at it.
This first song is called A World on Fire. This first song is called A World.
I think the rest needs to go unexplained. You always have me.
Hold on. Well done.
Now comes for the infamous butt chewer. Just kidding, I will never call it that ever again.
Well done. Well done.
Now, lip syncing. Hold on. Well, lip syncing takes time.
Well done. First song is called A World on Fire. On fire.
You are welcome. Now time to gradient into red. Let's take a look at it.
This first song is called A World on Fire.
Put this one overboard. Okay. Actually, I need to copy and paste until the end. One last frame, and that's okay, this is actually a great time. That's actually a smooth circle. Smoother for copy. That's nice. Ooh, nice. Actually, I'll just get rid of that pocket. It looks really weird, I'm sorry. Oh my god, go away, Sans. Sansy. Yeah, it feels bad, man. I actually kind of like that. Because now eggs is an inside joke. And it really could have been like an outside joke. Oh my god, the god is here. Hi. Oh, no. Please. Alright, time. Let me get rid of those teeny arms. Well, a lip syncing test or a lip syncing tutorial.
This first song is called A World on Fire.
Actually, fire on your head would be funny, but yeah, this is my jam too. Nick and Ted 5 isn't coming out ever. I'm just kidding. I got started on it, but other projects got in the way. Should I tween this? Of course I will. Really? It was kind of a bad show in my opinion, but people liked it. I've been trying to improve the animation, but then again, I don't feel like deviating from its actual theme. I think this is the longest I've been actually animating. I mean, sure, but it's mostly copy and paste, honestly. Okay, seriously, Nick and Ted's is basically snapshots. What? Oh, the shower. Oh my god. Fine, for these last few frames, I'll show you getting blown up. This may seem cruel, but I'm actually trying to be helpful. Maybe start living it. Like, start living it to the fullest. Just accept.
This first song.
Oh, so
This first song is called
A World on
World
Fire.
on Fire.
Holy screams of the damned. The screams of the damned. It's art, my dear friend. And Bo Burnham. Actually, a long time ago, I did left brain, right brain, and I got about 1,000 frames in before dropping the project completely. Yeah, same. I use my finger to do flip clip. Results show, because you can hear my nice tapping ASMR. Animation is, I love the way it just echoes. Alright, and this thing should be done.
This first song is called A World on Fire. A World on Fire.
I think I actually do have an explosion. Should be here. Ah, perfect. Alright, time to upload. Streaming and uploading a video. Top notch. I know. Character. Go. I know, do you love my tapping ASMR? Oh, don't fail me. I'm just... Uno segundo. Yeah, those were the good old days. Well, I need to do some top secret stuff, and it's kind of private, and I can't really show it, so I'll end the stream here and I'll post the video, so stay tuned.